Well, hello everyone. My name's Dar Rath and I'm the pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. And each week I bring you a story that's written by different authors, and sometimes they're funny and sometimes they're inspirational, which is the case in this story today. It's always good to reflect on stories of everyday people living their everyday lives, doing everyday things in extraordinary ways. And that's what we see in this story by Amanda Adams called 87 Cents. One day, Amanda and her 1-year-old son were shopping at Kmart. Her toddler was sitting in a rickety shopping cart seat as they made their way through the aisles. Like any other child that age, Amanda's son was fascinated with everything on the shelves. Amanda had come to the store to buy diapers. Because she was on a very tight budget, she put a package of the cheapest brand into the basket. As they passed the fruit section, her little boy pointed to a bunch of bananas and yelled, "Nanas!" while trying to grab a bunch of them. Amanda looked in her wallet and found a $5 bill and a 2. She reasoned that if the bananas did not weigh too much, she would have enough cash for the diapers and the bananas. And if they did go a little over the $7, she would write a check for the rest. Well, when Amanda picked up the bananas, her little son smiled when she told him they were for him. She even let him hold them while they waited patiently in line to be checked out. When they got to cashier, the total of the purchase was $7.87. Amanda gave the cashier her $7 and began to write a check for 87 cents. She was humiliated at having to do that, but it was worth doing something special for her beautiful child. As Amanda began to write the check, however, the woman waiting behind her said, "Honey, don't worry about that. Don't write that check." When Amanda turned around, she saw a woman with a couple of children with her. Amanda said, "Are you sure?" The woman replied, "I've been there. I've got 87 cents. Well, Amanda's eyes filled up with tears as she thanked this stranger. The woman replied, "You're welcome, honey." Amanda had never met the woman before, but she knew that she knew compassion and true charity. Although the gift was a very simple one, Amanda never forgot it. More importantly, she learned an important lesson about charity. That lesson was to continue the process, to pass it on to someone else. So today, every time she sees someone in need ahead of her in a line, Amanda jumps to give a hand. When we experience people being living, walking goodness in their everyday behavior, we should take notice and remember such actions. Sometimes we forget goodness while focusing on the negative things that happen all around us. One can never get too much good news. And so, as we go along this week, let's try and think of someone maybe who's in front of you in the grocery store who needs a helping hand. I remember I broke my leg a few years ago when I worked at the cancer center in Hamilton, and I had to go on crutches for over a year because I had all these plates and screws in there in my leg. And the people who opened doors for me everywhere I went on these crutches was just phenomenal. They would stop even and wait for me to get across the parking lot to open the doors if I were going into the grocery store or if I were going into a shopping mall, or sometimes getting out of the car to go somewhere. They'd come and help me with my crutches and so forth. I will never ever forget their kindness. And so try and do those little things for people when you're out and about. I think people appreciate these little things so much. So that's the story for today, and blessings on your day. Thanks for taking 5.